Well, ladies and gentlemen, in this episode, I'm going to go over a few stories, some of which that happened in the past few days, which I think are very interesting, just in case you missed them. We're going to be talking about the EFF and then singing once again, Kill the Boer. We're going to talk about also Cyril Ramaphosa coming back to South Africa and evading questions. And we're going to be talking about how Starlink might be coming to South Africa now. Let's get into it.
Listen properly.
When you get into a taxi, you sit down before you get in.
Did I hear that correctly? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. We start here, ladies and gentlemen, with the possibility that Starlink might now be coming to South Africa because apparently the government now wants to change BEE policies. While there's not a lot of details as to how they're going to change these policies or what exactly this is going to entail, but I would imagine that basically they're going to do away with the BEE policy so that Musk can finally bring Starlink to South Africa. After all, there are many African countries that have Starlink.
Here's the kicker.
But of course, the EFF has to make a bit of noise every now and again, and they are threatening legal action over reports that South Africa plans to offer Elon Musk Starlink a special workaround to BEE local laws. The party says the decision is unconstitutional and will compromise the sovereignty of the country. Oh, man.
Here we go again.
And this next part is interesting from the spokesperson of the EFF. He says if Musk was genuinely concerned about the lives of Afrikaners, he'd call for sanctions and disinvestment, not push for Starlink to operate in South Africa. Well, personally, I don't think it's Musk that's pushing for Starlink to work in South Africa. I think the government's panicked now because Trump and Elon have shined a spotlight on South Africa, and we all know that Musk recently tweeted that he can't bring Starlink to South Africa because he's not black, and I think this is the government's attempt of trying to fix that. And I do think sanctions are coming, especially for the EFF leader, Julius Malema. Speaking of the EFF, here's why I think the sanctions are coming. Once again, he was at a rally and he sang that horrible song, Kill the Boer.
Shoot to kill, Kilama. Shoot to kill, Namaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
And again, this wasn't taken last year or a few months ago. This is literally a few days ago. That's without all the other stuff that was shown in the Oval Office, not to mention what exists on the internet already. Anyways, in my opinion, I think it would be a great idea for Starlink to come to South Africa, create some competitiveness. It's interesting that the EFF is opposing this. It's interesting that anyone kind of opposes this because it will give rural areas access to internet. But of course, the government may fear that because once you give knowledge to people, that might backfire. And obviously getting rid of some BEE policies means that one cadre, or maybe a few, are not getting the chance to feed at the trough.
Okay, I just want to interrupt for one quick second because I have an important announcement. I've been nominated as a finalist in the Free SA Young Leaders Awards under the media category. If you've been enjoying what I'm doing here on Newsflash, then please do me a solid. Go vote for me. Just click the first link in the description or the pinned comment. Every vote helps. Let's make this happen.
So it remains to be seen if Julius will get sanctioned, but guess who's back in the country, ladies and gentlemen? Cyril Ramaphosa landed over the weekend, and interesting things happened when he landed. There was a reporter who asked some tough questions, and here's what Cyril had to say.
Hello, Mr. President. How are you, Mr. President? It's good to see you again. If you can indulge us, Mr. President, following your trip to the United States of America, there are developments and some people are saying your administration is attempting to bend the rules for Elon Musk's Starlink. What is your take on that? Number two, are you still committed on the land expropriation without compensation? And your take on this controversial song that is a struggle song. You have never spoken publicly about it, but in America you denounced it.
You know, I'm at a funeral. Yeah, I'm at a funeral, and we are here to mourn, and I would prefer that I'm allowed to mourn. And all these issues will be duly addressed properly. Here I've come to mourn my sister and the Deputy President of the ANC Women's League. So I am in a mood of mourning. if you don't mind.
You're dodging the question.
In typical political fashion, ignoring the actual problems or questions and kicking the can down the road. Oh, we'll deal with these issues in a moment or later, whenever we decide to feel or whenever we feel like it. And I'm in the mood of mourning. Let me ask you, Mr. President, have you ever mourned any of the farmers that were killed in South Africa? While you're sitting there in the Oval Office laughing as this footage is being shown in front of you of Julius Malema seeing kill the Boer, or of the crosses that were there memorializing all those that were lost in farm murders. Were you mourning then? I don't think so. His response is obviously BS. He doesn't want to address these issues right now with regards to Starlink. He doesn't want to condemn kill the Boer. He only did it at the Oval Office because he was under pressure and in front of Donald Trump, obviously. And clearly the fact that it doesn't take a moment to condone it here just shows you how much he was lying in the Oval Office. It remains to be seen what was spoken about behind closed doors and what exactly the details are with regards to negotiations or topics that were discussed. One only hopes that the ANC didn't pull the wool over Trump's eyes. And we'll see what happens with the BE policies that hinder Starlink from coming. It sounds like they're all going to change, so I'll keep an eye on that story as they develop. Leave me a comment in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about all of this? Whether you're watching on Facebook, TikTok, X, or YouTube, leave a like on this video, share it far and wide. And no matter where you're watching, please head over to YouTube and give me a subscribe. Show me some love because we're almost at 30,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. So you'll find a link somewhere in the description or in my bio. And if you really want to support my work, ladies and gentlemen, and the things that I do here on this channel, then please consider becoming a member to this channel. It goes a long way to supporting me and helping me to produce content for you guys. Head over to YouTube and click that join button for more information and get access to exclusive perks. If you can't become a member, that's okay. Please consider giving a super thanks or sasa thanks, as we call them on this channel. With all that being said, thanks for watching your Newsflash, isn't it?
Ready, boss? We got a lot of things to name today.
Let's dive right in.
All right. The first is a speech condition where people struggle saying the letter R.
Rhoticism.
With an R.
Rhoticism.
Why are you rolling it? How about when people struggle to pronounce the letter L?
Lambdacism.
Yeah. With an L.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make the first letter the exact letter they can't pronounce.
What's next?
You know what? Let's move away from speech conditions. How about that?
We were making great progress, but fine.
What should we call it when a word is read the same way forwards and backwards?
Palindrome.
Palindrome. Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. I like that. And what should we call it when someone has an irrational fear of these palindromes?
Ibophobia.
All right, how do I spell that?
Aibohphobia. Ibophobia.
So you want to make the name of what they fear
The
most?
very thing they fear itself.
Oh, God.